Live from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN television news. GBN, covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York, via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd.
The news headlines comes to you compliments Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
Freedom is driven to pursue that passion that keeps you up at night and makes you smile in your sleep. Freedom is bold to embrace the possibilities that can open up your world and conquer new heights. Freedom is fabulous, with bits and pieces that enhance the quality of your life. Freedom is what you do with the flexibility to change path or direction when you need to. Freedom breeds ambition and purpose while having loads of fun along the way. But most of all, freedom is well-deserved for the road traveled and the journey still to come. Unleash your freedom with Nexa Credit Union. Offer ends August 31st, 2023. Call us on 440-1354 or visit our website to pre-apply. Apply now. Freedom awaits.
This is Network News for Wednesday, June the 21st, 2023. I'm Stasia Blake. In the headlines, Grenada Public Workers Union president optimistic about conclusion of wage and fringe benefit negotiations with government. A shooting and stabbing incident hours apart. MP calls for an end to the glorification of violence. Newly installed traffic lights to be turned on in the coming weeks. And in the region, fishers embrace tracking device in St. Lucia. In international news, rescue teams detect sounds near submersible vessel wreckage site. And coming up in sports, Ned Slam's second century in St. David Cricket League. We'll have the details right after this message.
The first segment of the news comes to you compliments Soft Weave Bathroom Tissue.
Have you heard about the new Soft Weave bathroom tissue with total hygiene? As hygiene and safety have taken center stage, our bathroom tissue is now manufactured with 3 different technologies to offer the best protection for you and your family. UVC light technology for a safe and effective disinfection process, eliminating 99.9% of microorganisms. Also, production at high temperatures, killing all types of germs and bacteria. And it's pH controlled with delicate fibers to prevent irritation for even sensitive skin. Soft Weave Total Hygiene Bathroom Tissue, available in supermarkets and shops island-wide. Visit Soft Weave Caribbean Facebook or Instagram pages for more information.
Good evening. This is GBN's News at 7. The leadership of the Grenada Public Workers Union, GPWU, is assuring its members that it's making progress towards concluding wage and fringe benefit negotiations with the government's negotiating team. GPWU President Brian Grimes is optimistic that a meeting which has been scheduled for this Thursday will finally bring a resolution to an item in the fringe benefit proposal. Nisha Paul has tonight's top story.
We have written to the GNT, the government negotiating team, to secure a meeting to tie up one single item in our fringe benefit proposal, and which should not be difficult. And we are interested in concluding this. Once the other party is also interested in concluding the matter, we expect that we will tie this up and sign by the latter part of next week.
President of the Grenada Public Workers Union, Brian Grimes, did not go into much details regarding the fringe benefit item that the union is seeking to rectify when it meets with the government negotiating team on Thursday. He, however, explained that wage increases and fringe benefits for 2023, 2024, and 2025 are being negotiated as a single package.
Now, stemming from our annual general meeting, on the 31st of March, we were given a mandate to pursue more in terms of the wages, and more means more than the 445 that was offered by the government of Grenada, and this was done based on cost of living issues and so forth. And where that mandate took us is before the Ministry of Labor at the level of conciliation on the 6th of June.
Grimes said the union has turned down a recommendation from Labor Commissioner Sparkle Greenwich Courtney for the matter to to go before Labour Minister Claudette Joseph for mediation.
We responded on the 12th of June, stated that respectfully that we are not interested in going to mediation at the level of the Labour Minister for obvious reasons, which I would not get into at this particular juncture. One must understand, yes, we went to the meeting or the conciliation as a joint team, Bank and General, Public Workers Union, and the GTAU, Technical and Allied Workers Union. But each union is operating with its unique circumstances and everything. Based on the interaction with our membership subsequent to the AGM, most are interested in getting this matter tied up.
According to Grimes, negotiations with the GNT officially commenced in mid-December last year, with at least 6 unions and staff associations negotiating collectively.
Along the way, unions, associations, they would have dropped off for reasons unique to their circumstances within their bargaining unit. And what remained was the Bank and General, the TAU, and the Public Workers Union, for which I'm president, at the level of conciliation in front the Labour Commissioner. And so we are here right now just to assure members that we are very, very, very close to conclusion, and this matter will be tied up if everything is left up to us. And I hope the GNT before the conclusion of the month of June, and workers can look forward to a nice little back pay and everything, and look forward to the increases and for a fringe benefit package along with that.
For GBN News, I'm Nisha Paul.
Police have recorded 2 more violent crimes in the past 24 hours. A stabbing incident in Satires left a 20-year-old St. Patrick resident dead, and hours later, in the south of the island, 1 male sustained a gunshot wound. Dead is 20-year-old Kelson Toussaint, who was stabbed by another male on Main Street, Satires, around 3:00 p.m. Tuesday. While the details surrounding the incident remain sketchy, a video circulating on social media shows Toussaint covered in blood and in obvious distress. He was later pronounced dead. 1 male is presently in police custody, assisting with investigations into the matter. Just hours after the stabbing, police in St. George's were called to the scene of a shooting in the Fall Edge area in Grand Anse. Though no other information surrounding the incident was divulged by the police, GBN News understands that gunshots were fired sometime between 10 and 11 p.m. According to information reaching the newsroom, gunmen pulled up in a vehicle and fired multiple shots at a male believed to be a Vincentian national who was sitting on his veranda with a female. He received a gunshot wound to his hand and was brought to the General Hospital for medical attention. The female was unharmed. Investigations are ongoing into both matters, and GBN will continue to bring updates as information becomes available. Meanwhile, Kelson Toussaint's stabbing death in Satires yesterday occurred approximately 2 weeks after 36-year-old Knoxford Smith was killed in the nearby River Sally St. Patrick community on May 31st. It's just 5 months into the year, and the country has already recorded 11 homicides. Former Social Development Minister and Member of Parliament for St. Andrew Northwest, Delma Thomas, has added her voice to condemn the scourge of violence in the country and called for an all-hands-on-deck approach towards addressing the issue. Nisha Paul reports.
In a Facebook post on Wednesday, Member of Parliament Delma Thomas expressed sympathy to all the hurting families affected by the recent uptick in homicides and condemned murder and all various forms of violence. The post reads in part, and I quote, "Grenada, known for its warm-hearted people and a vibrant culture, should be a beacon of peace, harmony, and respect for all. Unfortunately, we find ourselves grappling with the alarming rise in acts of violence, including murder, that stain our society. We must acknowledge the profound impact that each act of violence has on our community. Lives are shattered, families are torn apart, and our sense of security is undermined. The repercussions extend far beyond the immediate victims. They seep into the very fabric of our society, breeding fear, mistrust, and division. We must stand together to denounce this senseless loss of life. We must reject the notion that violence is an acceptable means to resolve conflicts or assert power. Our island's strength lies in its people, our unity, and our shared values of compassion, empathy, and understanding. We must harness these values to create a society where peace prevails. Education is key to breaking the cycle of violence. We must invest in our youth, teaching them the power of nonviolence, conflict resolution, and empathy. We need to provide them with positive role models, mentors, and resources that inspire them to choose peaceful paths in life. Equally important is fostering an environment of inclusivity where everyone feels valued and heard. Let us work together to eradicate discrimination, prejudice, and the underlying factors that contribute to violence. By promoting equality, justice, and respect for all, we can create a society where violence has no place. End quote. Additionally, MP Thomas called for the rejection of the glorification of violence in the media and entertainment and encouraged the populace to embrace messages that inspire empathy, understanding, and nonviolence. She further noted that this isn't an issue for only the government and law enforcement, but community leaders and the church must collaborate in a concerted effort to address the root causes of violence and ensure justice is served for every victim and rehabilitation for offenders. For GBN News, I'm Nisha Paul.
Government expects to have the newly installed traffic lights turned on in a matter of weeks to serve their purpose of regulating the flow of traffic. Christina John has this update.
The installation phase of the project started back in September 2022. This project amounts to over $4 million. Speaking to GBN's news desk on Wednesday, Minister for Mobilization, Implementation and Transformation, Andy Williams, said all assessments are finalized.
Everything is in place for the traffic light to be in operations. We want to start with the pilot bridge, as we know that is the area that is most important when it comes to traffic lights. And we are going to continue with the other places as we go along. But the lights are up and ready, so it's just a matter of putting it on. And in a matter of weeks, we can see the traffic lights in operation. So, testing for the traffic light was done, and it's from the testing, everything is good, is perfect. It's 100%. So right now it's a matter of just putting them on and ensuring that they are in operations.
The reinstallation of the traffic lights will complement the work of traffic wardens in ensuring safety on the nation's roads and ensuring the smooth flow of traffic. The MIT minister gave assurances that regular maintenance of the lights will be conducted to ensure efficiency.
Light will have an added feature. It will have the cameras built into the traffic lights, right? And that is a feature that we never had before. Also, we are going to do some regular maintenance on those traffic lights because part of one of the issues we had before is that the lights were not being maintained, and therefore the life of it would have cut short. So we have learned from that, and we will be putting together a crew to maintain these lights as we go forward.
Granitang Road, Young Street, Scotts Street, Granby Street, Paddock Road, and Belmont Junction are some of the locations of the installed lights. Christina John, GBN News.
This is News at 7. Coming up, students of the Beacon Learning Center recognize the anniversary of the French colonization of Grenada. Stay with us.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Thinking about your new home? Think easy. Think a Republic Bank Home Easy Loan. Think affordable. Think convenience. Think Republic.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3. Republic makes home easy.
Wow, that was such a breeze.
Own your home with ease.
So whether laying that first brick or purchasing an existing home, we've got you covered. Republic Bank will get you those keys hassle-free in no time.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Apply for a Home Easy loan today for a chance to win a cash prize. Getting your new home is easy with Republic Bank.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Terms and conditions apply.
Why pay full price for your mobile when you can pay half? Just bundle your home internet and mobile services with Flow and save 50% on your mobile bill. That's money in your pockets every month. Plus now you get free YouTube and WhatsApp data. And you can share your plan with up to 3 other numbers. Upgrade now and get a free smartphone. Switch and keep your number. Learn more at discoverflow.co.
In our part of the world, we need to be prepared for natural disasters like storms and hurricanes, even outside of the season. I'm sure you'll agree that keeping our loved ones, homes, and businesses safe is important. So, I came up with a few quick tips to help you stay safe. First, make a family disaster plan and ensure that everyone in your household is familiar and comfortable with it. Remember to add batteries and flashlights to your emergency kit. Don't be caught off guard by natural disasters. Prepare now. For more information, visit grenlec.com.
Important announcement for CIBC First Caribbean customers. Grenada Cooperative Bank Limited invites prospective customers to collect their debit and credit cards, checkbooks, night depository keys and bags, and deposit books at its distribution center located at the GV Steel Conference Room, number 14 Church Street, St. George's. The center will be open from June 19th to July 8th, 2023, operating from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., Mondays to Fridays, and from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Saturdays. You will be required to present a valid photo ID for collection. To avoid any delay in your service, we encourage you to visit Co-op Bank's distribution center at your earliest convenience between June 19th and July 8th, 2023. We look forward to welcoming you home.
Welcome home.
Grenada, pre-pandemic prices on tires are back at Island Star. Shop now and save with draw-dropping deals on select ceramic and porcelain tires. Store-wide, lowest prices on tires since 2020. We're turning back the clock to give you the unbeatable prices on tires you love. And remember, price drops are everywhere at Island Star, giving you the deals you missed and making luxury affordable again. Don't forget, we stock a wide range of bathroom vanities, toilets, shower drains, face basins, faucets, and so much more. Visit us on Munridge Road in Grand Anse or call 439 Tile. That's 439-8453. Remember, when you think tile, think Island Style.
Get Rubigas. Get cooking. Rubigas, clean, safe, and reliable LPG is the perfect solution for your commercial and everyday needs. For cooking at home or barbecuing, choose Rubigas LPG cylinders. Available in a variety of sizes from 20 to 100-pound cylinders. Rubigas LPG, clean, safe, reliable. Are you cooking with Rubigas?
Get Rubis, get going.
Request, repay, repeat with Ariza's FlexiCredit Evergreen Loan Facility. Qualify for a FlexiCredit with limits up to $25,000 or use your home equity to qualify for more. Extra cash at your fingertips whenever you need it, accessed using your debit card, and managed using AMI, Ariza's mobile internet experience app. FlexiCredit allows you the flexibility to top up to your approved limit any day, anytime. Already a member? Send us a WhatsApp on 423-4987. New members join today to apply. Request, repay, repeat. Use your FlexiCredit for vacations, shopping, wedding, general expenses, and more. Ariza loan terms and conditions apply. Ariza Credit Union. Your financial freedom, your future.
The NLA is giving you more chances to multiply your Playway winnings by adding Multi-X to your regular Playway bets to win up to 5 times more. Imagine winning as much as $1,200 instead of $240 with a $10 Playway bet by simply adding Multi-X. Place your Playway bets from $1 to $10 or in increments on your favorite Playway symbols or numbers. Then add the Multi-X option at the same value to win 2 times, 3 times, 5 times more, or free plays. With Multi-X, you must bet the same amount wagered on your regular Playway bets for your winnings to be multiplied. Grenadians, value your dreams and win your way as much as 5 times more with Multi-X added to Playway and watch your money grow. Must be 18 years or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Thinking about your new home? Think easy. Think a Republic Bank Home Easy Loan. Think affordable. Think convenience. Think Republic.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3. Republic makes home easy.
Wow, that was such a breeze.
Own your home with ease.
So whether laying that first brick or purchasing an existing home, we've got you covered. Republic Bank will get you those keys hassle-free in no time.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Apply for a Home Easy Loan today for a chance to win a cash prize. Getting your new home is easy with Republic Bank.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Terms and conditions apply.
Grieving friends and family gathered last evening to remember the life of Josiah Jaunty Robinson, whose lifeless body was found on BBC Beach on June 18. More in this report.
Many gathered on BBC Beach on Tuesday evening for a candlelight vigil to honor and reflect on the life and spirit of Josiah Jaunty Robinson, whose body was discovered on BBC Beach on Sunday. Many showed their love and expressed their sympathy to his mom and other family members as they shed tears and recalled fond memories of Jaunty. 24-year-old was an inspiration artist and model who resided at Lansapine, St. George. Details surrounding his death remain sketchy, and an autopsy will be conducted to determine the cause of death. One of Grenada's talented artists, Akim Abraham, says he got to know Jaunty through the creative industry, which they both shared a passion for.
He was a very creative person. I personally have created music with him. He's a generally just creative person, and it's a really big loss I think we have here in this island. It's unfortunate. I knew him around in the creative circle. I knew him around from friends hanging out. He's quite popular in my circle, around my friends, around places that I hang out, and studio and these kind of things like that. Even I guess it's a testimony to the life of the person he was, to see the turnout like this, to see everybody come out and, unite in love.
The Royal Grenada Police Force has not been forthcoming with information surrounding investigations into Jaunty's death, but did confirm that an autopsy has been scheduled. GBN will continue to follow this story and bring you updates as they become available. For GBN News, I'm Rena Pett Thomas reporting.
Tourism officials just back from a promotional trip to Trinidad and Tobago have been sharing the details about their mission. The delegation was led by Minister for Tourism Lennox Andrews and included officials from the Grenada Tourism Authority. Rosalina John recently caught up with the GTA CEO and filed this report.
The 4-day mission included the sounds, tastes, and sights of Grenada's offerings. Chief Executive Officer at the Grenada Tourism Authority, Petra Roach, gave a detailed explanation on the mission.
At the minute, the Caribbean is the 4th largest market for Grenada, and we have seen a really strong rebound for the US market, the UK, and then the Canadian. So we put a lot of focus behind really looking at rejuvenating what was happening in the Caribbean. We had a promotional tour to Barbados and to St. Vincent a couple of weeks ago, and therefore we thought the biggest source market, which is the Trinidadian market, that represents about 75% of the overall Caribbean market, it was time to go because Caribbean Airlines had just announced that they were moving from 4 flights a week to 9 flights a week service.
Hoteliers representing different hotel properties on the island engaged stakeholders with a view of realizing a potential increase in travel to Grenada.
We had approximately 84 travel agents join us on the first evening, and then on the next day we had a lunch where we had approximately 25 travel agents who actually came from the San Fernando region. We then also complemented that with several TV and radio interviews. I think in total we did about 15 interviews, and we also met with the Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture, as well as the Trinidad Tourist Office, because ultimately they will help to fill capacity on the increased frequency. We've talked about collaborations in terms of them coming to join us at Spice Mass, and also we going to the Trinidad Carnival again with our Spice Mass.
As Caribbean Airlines looks at expanding the airlift capacity, the GTA CEO said it was important to ensure they are part of that expansion.
Really productive. We complemented those with a meeting with Caribbean Airlines and talked about expansion of the route. We're looking obviously to solidify the capacity that we've got currently between Trinidad and Grenada, and we're also looking at potentially opening up a couple of developmental routes that we see great potential coming through with. Ultimately, it's very important to keep up to date with your partners. Caribbean Airlines is going through a very aggressive expansion in terms of the number of aircraft that they're bringing on stream. So we really want to make sure that we are a part of that expansion with them. And suffice it to say that we've already seen really strong loads, probably in the high 80s on the increased capacity that we have out of Trinidad.
Rhodes said the offers were well received. The GTA is now tasked with providing information on rates and events that are taking place. There will be another trip to the Twin Island Republic in 6 months' time. Christelina John, GBN News.
It was a day of learning about Grenada's history in a fun and creative way, as students of the Beacon Learning Center recognized the 323rd anniversary of the French colonization of Grenada on Tuesday. We'll have more for you in this report from Rena Pierre.
The students of the Beacon Learning Center shared and learned more about the French colonization of Grenada through cultural dance and drama on June 20th, which marked the 323rd anniversary of the historic day. Headmistress of the school, Dr. Cheryl Bishop, says after a few weeks of classroom sessions on Grenada's history, a more interactive and creative session was developed for the students.
Rather than sitting down in the classroom and have a regular class, they're teaching these kids, talk and talk. I am a creative person. I'm a professional dance choreographer and tutor as well. And so I thought it was good for us to demonstrate with the creative arts, because there is power in the creative arts, right? And so I thought that coming and demonstrate the coming of the French, right? Dramatizing it, role playing some of what may have happened, that more interest would be created in children's mind, as well as they are going to retain what was done here today rather than if I was in the classroom, just chalk and talk.
The activities took place at the site of a monument marking the historic day at Kirani James Boulevard, which was erected by the school over 10 years ago.
Today marks 373 years since the French colonized Grenada, and we thought it was a good day, a good occasion for us to come and to share with Grenadians to create the awareness. Because I mean, I don't think much people are thinking of, or thinking of what has happened since 3 years ago. And in addition, because we established this monument here 23 years ago, we wanted to make sure that people understand that that our first town, Port Louis, was established by the French, and it was within this area it took place. Yeah.
Bishop spoke of the importance of knowing our history and passing it on to the younger generation.
History is alive, it's us. And if we're not being careful, if we don't know our history, right? If we're not able to align what happened hundreds of years ago to what's happening now, then we'll be players in our own demise. And we can't afford that. And somehow, as I said, I think the spirit of Dupacaism seems to be still existing. And so we cannot continue in that same vein. And so I want our children to see it. To see, yes, we must preserve our cultural heritage, but we must understand and see through it, yeah? And how we would sustain it, how they can bring about the kind of change we're talking about. As if we want transformation, we must know history. We must understand what is happening. And so I trust that today, that many of them, we get back to school. We are going to get them to write now their reflection as to what happened today.
For GBN News, I am Rena Pett Thomas reporting.
The Grenada Tourism Authority embarks on a drive to improve Grenada's hospitality services. It's time to take a peek through the GBN ISOL lens.
Featured in tonight's GBN ISOL are photographs from the second day of the Pure Excellence training for the St. Andrews area. The Pure Grenada Excellence Champion Program is a comprehensive customer service training program specifically designed to promote a culture of excellence for Grenada's hospitality enterprises. The training program was created to improve the quality and marketability of local service providers, resulting in the provision of exceptional experiences to locals and visitors alike. Pure Grenada Excellence Champion customer service training courses are ongoing and available free of cost to interested business operators and staff of tourism enterprises, including restaurants, hotels, taxi and tour operators, attraction sites, and other frontline establishments in the tourism sector. Send us your photo and video submissions via WhatsApp at 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
Still ahead, Carriacou solar panel plant will allow significant savings for Grand Lac. This is News at 7.
Like a thief in the night, sargassum influxes arrived and spoiled coastlines all across the Caribbean. 11 years later, and we're still dealing with the widespread environmental, economic, and social impacts. It looks like arriving at your favorite beach for a picnic or sport only to find it smelly and covered in sargassum. Looking forward to big catches but not being able to fish in your regular spot. And instead of seeing crystal clear waters, you're greeted by what looks like a swamp. It's time for us to reclaim our beaches and get back to our normal way of life. Here are some tips. Organize beach cleanups with friends, family, neighbors, and colleagues. Collect sargassum manually along the shoreline to avoid removal of sand. And finally, get creative and find out how you can start a business using sargassum. Visit reclaimingourbeaches.com to learn how to cope with sargassum, how to use it, and how to safely remove it so we can get back to doing the things we love. A message from the UB Cave Hill Center for Resource Management and Environmental Studies.
What powers my smile? The sun. And it does a whole lot more. Through programs of the PURC, I use the sun to produce my own electricity. So can you, using the sun and other sources of renewable energy. Sign up today at PURC.
Court
Quartz Optical. Two are better than one. Be ready for any occasion with not one, but 2 pairs of complete eyewear. Choose from our wide range of fashionable brands. Buy one and get a second pair free. That's 2 pairs with no cash and pay later. Book your free eye exam today online at quartzoptical.com. 2 are better than one. Buy one, get one free. Only at Quartz Optical. Value you can see.
What does it take to be an amazing woman? Lots of me time. Amazing women are classy, fancy, and a little sassy. It's the drink for me. Cheers! Sometimes you've got to show them who's boss. Alpha male? Nah, alpha females are more amazing. Cheers to securing the bag. We make time for ourselves, for work, friends, and we certainly make time for passion. We're simply amazing. Amazing cream liqueur for the amazing woman in you.
Served Grenada for decades, we are the #1 and largest electrical supplier.
Hi, welcome to Sunny Electrical. How may I help?
We offer electrical wiring accessories, tools, and appliances for all residential, commercial, and industrial applications, which is what we are known for. And we expanded our products with new innovative ways to modernize your home. New homeowners will be captivated in our lighting showrooms.
Some more pendant lights here. These are very multifunctional because they can work for kitchens, living rooms, bedrooms.
We have a wide selection of lighting, ranging from indoor to outdoor and solar. We are also available for site visit services to assist you with selecting the perfect light for your forever home. We are located at Dusty Highway in Grand Anne, St. George. Sudden Electrical. Best value, expert advice, quality products. We hope to see you soon.
$3,000 every week for 3 months.
What?
Yes, it's the NLA's Crazy Cash Giveaway Promotion. Every week from April 11th to June 30th, 3 lucky Daily Games customers will randomly win $1,000 each week. Imagine winning as much as $36,000 in 12 weeks.
How?
Spend $12 in a single purchase on Daily Cash 4, Daily Pick 3, or Playway. Look for the words Cash Winner on your tickets to collect $1,000. The more you spend $12 on your favorite daily games, the more chances you have to win. Must be 18 or older to participate. All prizes must be collected by July 7th, 2023. Other terms and conditions apply. See stores for details. NLA, making your dreams come true.
Money, money, money. Grenada, get ready for the biggest Calypso clash of all time as Grenada takes on Trinidad at the 17th annual Hubbard's Legends in Concert. Saturday, July 8th, Grenada Trade Center from 7:30 p.m. Just show me the will you'll get from your fight. Our partners, Hubbard's, Grenada Paper Products, Granville Credit Union, Biden and Miners, Gittins Healthcare, Grenada Broadcasting Network, Guardian General, Spyside Imaging Center, Western Union, The Agriculture Shop, Clear Vision Eye Center, Springs Food Mart, Dollar Savers Auto Part, Rise and Shine Supermarket, Classic Lighting, Victory Bar, Budget Marine, Dean's Mattress, Grenada Trade Center, Creative Do It Best, Grenada Distillers Limited, Catwheels Stationery Service, Blue Bubbles, PA, Rentals and Event Supplies Company, Dana's Tasty Food, and City Inn. Please be seated by 7 p.m. because this one will be epic.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flow.
Paying is faster and easier with Flow FastPay. Use your MasterCard or Visa and pay from anywhere. Log on to discoverflow.co/fastpay and press Consumer. Select your country and enter your account number. Enter the amount to be paid and an email address. Enter your credit card information. You'll You'll receive a payment confirmation with the transaction details, along with a receipt to your email address. It's fast, safe, and easy. Flow, keeping you connected.
Welcome back. When it becomes operational, the new solar PV plant in Limlair Carriacou should result in significant savings for the Grenada Electricity Services, or GRENLEC. Christina John has more.
The plant, with over 1,400 solar panels, is currently under construction and supported with financing from the United Arab Emirates, the UAE. Officials say that on completion, it should lead to a reduction in fuel consumption. To get a first-hand look at how much progress is being made, Minister for Climate Resilience, the Environment and Renewable Energy, Honorable Kieran James, led a delegation to the project's site. Permanent Secretary Marina Jessamy and members of the project steering committee were among those accompanying the minister. The government, said Minister James, is pleased to receive UAE funding for the project that would enable the nation to achieve part of its sustainable renewable energy goals. She also suggested that there should be collaboration in the region on renewable energy matters. Rodney George, advisor to the Cabinet on energy matters, said the Limlair solar PV plant is just one of the climate resilience project government is actively implementing. To ensure better understanding of the project and proper implementation, representatives from the executing agency Masdar from the United Arab Emirates and the contracting firm Enzem are on island. Oliver Broughton from Masdar said the Carriacou plant is part of a regional project in 6 islands costing over $50 million. Prime Minister Honorable Deacon Mitchell recently visited the site to get an appreciation of what's being done. The plant should be officially commissioned this October. Christina John, GBN News.
The new ambassador and permanent representative of Grenada to the United Nations is His Excellency Mr. Che A. Philip. Ambassador Philip recently presented his credentials to the United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres. The ambassador brought warm greetings from Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell and Governor General Dame Cecile Lagranade. And during the bilateral meeting with Secretary General Guterres, Ambassador Philip reiterated Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell's transformational thrust and Grenada's commitment to the spirit of multilateralism. Ambassador Philip further reiterated the determination of Grenada to remain one who continues to punch above its weight at the United Nations. Secretary General Antonio Guterres and Ambassador Philip also agreed to strengthen cooperation between the Secretary General's office and Grenada. Stay with us. We'll have the sports report for you next.
Notice is hereby given that the 39th Annual General Meeting of Nexa Credit Union Limited will be held at the Crown Ballroom, Radisson Beach Resort, Grand Anse, St. George, with simultaneous streaming on Zoom. The meeting commences at 2 p.m. Tuesday, 27th June 2023 for the following purposes: to receive the report of the Board of Directors and other committees for 2022, to receive the audit financial report for 2022, to elect members to the Board of Directors and other committees, to discuss and approve the budget for 2023, to appoint auditors and fix their remuneration, to act on such matters as may come before the 39th Annual General Meeting. All members are invited to attend either in person or via Zoom. You can register at any branch via telephone 440-1354 using the registration link www.nexacreditunion.com/AGM or by sending an email to marketing@nexacreditunion.com.
Level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
And so it begins. A journey like none other. Every moment has the potential to be unforgettable. Bring home a piece of the tropical green forest with every emerald. Capture the sparkling light of flawless water in a diamond. Make the sunrise and sunsets last forever. With precious colored gemstones, the essence of happiness is in our most precious memories. So, when it all comes to an end, bring home something that will last forever. Colombian Emeralds International. Bring home more than a memory.
When you need your prescription filled or you require non-prescribed medication, supplements, or all your personal needs, visit Gittins Healthcare at locations on Wall Street, Grand Anse, Victoria Street, Brentwood, and Central Deputy Street, Wharf. Gittins Healthcare aims to provide an exceptional personalized pharmacy experience. Additionally, children under 5 and adults 55 years and over will enjoy 10% discount on purchases of $20 and over on prescription medication. Stop settling for less. Visit Gittins Healthcare, where your health is our priority.
The NLA is giving you more chances to multiply your Playway winnings by adding multi-X to your regular Playway bets to win up to 5 times more. Imagine winning as much as $1,200 instead of $240 with a $10 Playway bet by simply adding multi-X. Place your Playway bets from $1 to $10 or in increments on your favorite Playway symbols or numbers. Then add the multi-X option at the same value to win 2 times, 3 times, 5 times more, or free plays. With multi-X, you must bet the same amount wagered on your regular Playway bets for your winnings to be multiplied. Grenadians, value your dreams and win your way as much as 5 times more with multi-X added to Playway and watch your money grow. Must be 18 years or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
And good evening, sports fans. Let's tell you about what's happening this weekend. The GFA Premier League continues on Saturday. FC Cameroon plays Saab at Queen's Park, while Paradise will suit up against St. John Sports inside Progress Park. Then on Sunday, Hard Rock will lock horns with Hurricanes at Fond. Playing at home, Happy Hill FC will entertain Mount Rich from 7 p.m. And also at 7 p.m., Sunsetters and QPR will go head-to-head at Alston George Park. Close to $250,000 in prize money will be up for grabs this year. First place walks away with $100,000. Second and third place winners will receive $60,000 and $40,000, respectively. Darren Ned slammed 102 not out as Upsetter beat West Point in their T20 matchup of the St. David Cricket League. Batting first, Upsetter were in trouble early, losing both openers cheaply. Then came the net and Forsyth show. Ned's century consisted of 7 sixes and 3 fours. Forsyth hit 85 to complete the recovery, reaching 208 for 3 in 20 overs. Chasing 209 for victory, West Point were on the back foot early when the loss Francis for 17 of the bowling of Toussaint. The score was then 22. The second wicket fell on 46, then on 93, and the run rate spiraling out of control. West Point would eventually reach 145 for 6, losing by 63 runs. And still with cricket, West Indies will be attempting to make it 2 in a row when they play Nepal tomorrow in their second ICC World Cup qualifier. The match bowls off at 9 in the morning. The two-time World Cup winners are in the Group A alongside host Zimbabwe, Nepal, Netherlands, and the United States of America. The men in maroon won their opening match Sunday last. 4 half-centuries littered throughout the West Indies innings helped them to a total of 297 in their opening encounter of the ICC Cricket World Cup. The USA were only able to get to 258 or 7 in their allotted 50 overs. It was the first ODI played at the picturesque location in the capital city and also the first ODI between West Indies and the USA. And that's your sports recap. And now for a look at what's been happening around the region and the wider globe today, June the 21st. The Department of Fisheries in St. Lucia is assisting fishermen with tracking devices. There have been a number of incidents with fishermen lost at sea, and as a result, they're appealing to the fishermen to install them on their boats. Here's the report.
Fishers have been accused of not taking the issue of safety at sea seriously, but one small device, if embraced, might make a difference for those braving the open waters to make a living. The president of the Choiseul Fishermen's Cooperative, Richardson Jabatis, says he's informed his members about the possible life-saving benefits of the tracking device, and the fishermen are hooked on the idea.
We have been doing our share in ensuring that our fishers embrace the idea. I personally, with experience in these areas, have shown them the benefit of those tracking devices. Presently, you will know how many fishers have gone missing, and some of them have never been found. And I'm pretty sure with a device of that nature, it will reduce the amount of sea incidents we have in terms of our fishers going adrift.
To date, the majority of Choiseul's boat owners have agreed to install the device on their vessels. President Richard Jabatis says the cooperative has signaled its members' interest in the tracking devices to the Fisheries Department. The tracking device is an important tool that would reduce the risk of fishers being lost at sea, though the device does not have the capacity to allow those at sea to contact their base about any distress. Those who are stranded at sea can be traced and rescued, saving time, cost, and lives in the process. Stanley Lucian for the HCS News Force.
Barbados Defense Force soldiers and others from neighboring islands are currently engaged in a rigorous training exercise to determine if they have what it takes to be commandos. CBC's Wendy Burke spoke with the course leads about this grueling training, which more than half of those taking on the challenge fail.
It's one thing to study the theory in the classroom, but quite another to transfer that knowledge to practical situations. That's what these 26 Barbados Defense Force soldiers will attempt to do when they're joined by 6 others from neighboring islands and deployed into the fields and hills of Dominica. The course began here with 47 soldiers, but only these men made the cut. However, as the Barbados Regiment's commanding officer, Major Pedro Drake, put it, the real test of mind and body will now commence.
The course prepares the soldiers when they are
on island or if they are deployed in operation overseas. So they have the necessary skills to represent the force and the Barbados Defense Force by extension.
The soldiers loaded some of their limited gear on board the Barbados Coast Guard ship Trident yesterday evening. Their packs included meals ready to eat, or MREs, which have a stove and the meal in this box, jerry cans of water, their Bergens, and bedrolls. Some soldiers carried hydration camel packs. Major Drakes added that skills in several areas will be assessed. They also prepared the vessel they would use to get from ship to shore, the inflatable rubber crafts, IRCs. There was also weapons distribution, as they must carry both the Bergen and weapon for the exercises. If the soldiers pass all but don't get the required targets, it's back to basics, and they have to do it all over again. However, Major Drake says they have a year to regroup before they try again. The group landed in Dominica this morning. Wendy Burke, CBC News.
As rescue crews continue their search for the missing submersible vessel carrying tourists headed to view Titanic wreckage, they've detected underwater noises near the search zone. 5 passengers are on board. Roxana Saberi reports from Boston, Massachusetts.
The U.S. Coast Guard confirms that a Canadian aircraft detected underwater noises in the search area. Crews then refocused their search to try to pinpoint where those noises are coming from. They have not been able to find anything so far, but their search continues. To put in perspective how massive this search area is, it's larger, as you said, than the state of Connecticut and roughly twice as deep as the Grand Canyon.
We will do everything in our power to effect a rescue.
With just hours of oxygen left, rescuers say they're doing everything they can to find the missing submersible.
What are the biggest challenges you're facing?
You're dealing with a surface search and a subsurface search, and frankly, that makes it an incredibly complex operation.
U.S.-based OceanGate Expeditions operated the voyage, which takes tourists to the famous Titanic shipwreck in the North Atlantic Ocean, nearly 2.5 miles underwater. Rescuers say the vessel could be there on the ocean floor or on the surface, but even if it's floating, spotting the Titan won't be easy.
We're not expecting to see a large portion of it showing above the surface of the water, maybe a couple inches, a couple feet of it at the most.
Do you know if the people aboard the vessel have any way of communicating?
We haven't received any indication that they have any sort of communication device for us to be listening to.
OceanGate CEO and founder Stockton Rush is among those on board.
We run the whole thing with this game controller.
In an interview with CBS Sunday Morning last year, Rush defended the safety of the submersible.
The pressure vessel is not MacGyvered at all, because that's where we work with Boeing and NASA and the University of Washington. Everything else can fail. Your thrusters can go, your lights can go, you're still going to be safe.
According to 2018 court filings, a former OceanGate employee said he was fired after voicing concerns about the Titan, saying it posed potential danger to passengers as it reached extreme depths. But in court documents filed this April, OceanGate said the vessel was capable of diving the depth to the Titanic site with a comfortable safety margin.
On every dive we took, they lost communication. You know going in how very dangerous this is.
Mike Reese traveled on the Titan almost a year ago to see the Titanic wreckage.
No one walks into this surprised. Before you even get on, you sign this long waiver that mentions possible death 3 times on the first page. So you know what you're getting into.
And that's a recap of today's world's events. We'll be back with a recap of the night's top stories. recap of the night's top stories. Grenada Public Workers Union President optimistic about conclusion of wage and fringe benefit negotiations with the government. A shooting and stabbing incident hours apart. MP calls for an end to the glorification of violence. Newly installed traffic lights to be turned on in the coming weeks, and in the region, fishers embrace tracking device in St. Lucia. In international news, rescue teams detect sounds near submersible vessel wreckage site. In sports, Ned slams a second century in St. David Cricket League. That's the end of GBN News for Wednesday, June the 21st, 2023. If you missed any part of this newscast, there will be a rebroadcast at 10 o'clock tonight. Continue to follow us online at www.gbn.gd or on GBN Television Facebook page and YouTube channel for these and other top stories. I'm Stasia Blake, and that's the news. We'll see you again. Good night.